CrafTangles. Just give me a moment. So we are live on YouTube, Facebook, and we are trying to go live on Insta. So, while we are getting live on all the channels, I'll just wait. Okay. So, okay, I can see that we are live on all three. So, while people are joining in, hello, I'm Khyati. We try and do lives once a week and we pick up a different adult craft form or art form depending on, what products we are kind of showcasing on. So, as the name would have suggested in today's live, we are going to do decoupage. So, today, both me and Anamika, we have kind of decided to do a decoupage project. I'll just remove my glasses because of the glare. So, hi Pradnya. So normally we try and do this once a week. हम लोग कोशिश करके वही करते हैं बट कभी कभी थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे हो जाता है एंड फॉर दोज ऑफ यू हु हैव इश्यूज वाचिंग मल्टीपल स्क्रीन्स ऑन इंस्टाग्राम can always join us on YouTube or Facebook. Again, the link of how to join is in our Insta stories. If you are on our channels, it is on our Insta channels. If you are on our WhatsApp group, we have already shared it on the WhatsApp group. So before I start, I just wanted to do the last announcement because I have been talking about this that we launched our new website which is craftada.com. So the sale of that is going to end on 31st April. So the site-wide sale that we had, which was flat 10% off on all brands, including Prima, Stamperia, all those brands, as well as we have 25% on our own brand, which is CrafTangles. That is going to end on 31st. So if that is something you are interested to buy, since I know, a lot of people are on vacation, I just wanted to let you know in advance that by 31st, the sale is going to end. So if you want to save money, please go ahead. And yes, today, as I said, हम लोग decoupage करेंगे. I'm hoping I'm audible because there has been no question that मेरे मुंह हिल रहे. So hello. So hi Kavita. So I'll just add Anamika into the live and we will get started on the decoupage project.
Hi, Kathy.
So hello
Hi,
Anamika.
Kathy.
Hi. So if you want to, just start with basics कि आप क्या करोगे, then I'll get into mine.
So I am just priming the base at present. So मुझे थोड़ा सा distress look देना है अंदर की तरफ. So I am first
Okay.
priming it with black gesso, black gesso, and then I'm going to put a color depending on the tissue that or the paper that I'm going to use.
Okay. Great. So you are using black gesso to
Yes,
prime, right? To
yes,
start off
yes.
with. Okay, cool. So, okay, Kavita, my bad. April is of 30 days. Sorry. My brain kind of jumbled, yeah. So apologies. Yes. So the last day of the sale is the last day of the month, which is 30th April. So just a correction. आज 25 हो गई and 30th will be the last day of the sale. From first, the sale will end. The new website sale that we had started. Okay. So, for those of you who missed out on our previous live with Anamika, this is what I made. I made this decoupage on glass, which is decoupage on a bottle. Basically, Anamika did posters. She'll be posting a reel soon once she shoots it. I think she has been super busy with her classes, etc. So once she's free, we'll see the project. And this is one of my older projects. So I just, because this question is what we get a lot of time, that can we do decoupage on a curved surfaces, right? So you can do decoupage on curved surfaces. And for that, you can use napkin as well as you can use transfers. This is what we did live in the start of the April. And this is what we did in, I think this is a YouTube tutorial on my channel. So bottom line, I just wanted to show you that आप दोनों कर सकते हो, not a problem. You can use napkin as well as transfers to make the project. So if you're interested in seeing this, go check out our old YouTube videos and you will find the projects for those. So today I'm doing a decoupage project. I actually wanted to play around with some molds and kind of channel my inner Anamika to make a vintage project. So आज मैं वो करने वाली हूँ. So my idea is to use molds along with this particular bird. napkin, one of my favorite napkin. If you remember, Anamika has already used this and made a old tutorial with I think one of the previous live, I think in February or January, where she has done that wooden grain technique with this napkin. So she has already used this bird. So what I was thinking is I'll use this bird. The napkin that I'll be using is called Summer Birds. Now, as I have already told, but I'll just give a short intro of what these napkins are. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, these are our made in India decoupage napkins. As you can see, they are so thin that you can completely see the print in the back. So this is same as your traditional decoupage napkins that you get in the market. The one ply of it. So this is as thin as the one ply of your tissue napkins. And the advantage is, of course, this is made in India. So this will always be available on our website. If you need it in quantity, like say even 500 to 1000 pieces, we can do it for you. So that's the advantage. The code is 133. Anamika,
Yeah.
can we move on to instead of Bluetooth, the regular only, the speaker phone? Because I think हर 2-2 मिनट में ऐसे खर खर बहुत जोर से आ रहा है.
Okay. Sure.
हाँ, sorry.
No problem. No problem.
so, so I will start prepping my
Acha, I am unable to
napkin.
hear it. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, so have you selected the hello? So I think while Anamika changes her mic to the mic settings, we'll give her a minute.
Kathy, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah,
But
all good, all good.
my here the volume has become very low. Anyways, doesn't matter. No
Okay,
problem.
the volume is very low.
Sorry.
The volume is very
Yeah,
low.
I cannot hear you clearly.
Okay, wait. I'll increase my volume. Is it better now?
नहीं सही आ रहा है.
Do
बहुत
you
कम आ
want
रहा है.
to
No
join in
problem.
again? Like,
Maybe then again maybe I'll have to leave and join back if you say.
yeah, if you could leave and
Yeah, I'll
join back
do that.
again,
I'll do
matlab
that.
kyunki. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, please. Hi, Ekta. So we are just tearing it off. Just give me a second. I'll add Anamika into the video again. Anamika,
नहीं
is it working better now?
फिर
Are you
भी
able
फिर
to?
भी कम ही आ रहा है ख्याति. No problem. I'll manage. Don't worry. You can hear me now clearly.
Yeah, yeah. I'm able to hear
Okay.
you.
Okay. तुम्हारा
Okay.
आवाज बहुत कम आ रहा है. Maybe because I switched over. Maybe मेरे फोन में कुछ गड़बड़ हो रहा है. I don't know.
हाँ, सेटिंग्स
No
चेंज
problem.
करके वापस स्पीकर फोन किया क्या?
हाँ सेटिंग्स चेंज करके मैंने वो डिफॉल्ट में आई वेंट बैक.
ओके, ओके,
या इट इज बेटर नाउ. स्पीकर फोन में इट इज बेटर.
ओके, कूल, कूल. ठीक है. Let's then work with this today. What base am I using? So I am using a thick chipboard. Now, why I'm using this, right? So I get this question a lot. Guys, the thing is, I do 4 lives a month. So I actually make 4 lives projects every month, apart from what I do on YouTube, Reels, etc. So it is very difficult that every time I'll do a box or something. So what I like to do is such kind of flat stuff that I can do on a paper or on a chipboard or something like that. So what it does two things is that you can see the technique that I want to show you. And in future, if I want to kind of make it on a bigger project, it kind of works like a sample for me. So that is why I'm doing it on a panel today. But does that mean you have to do a panel? No, you can do a box, you can do a nameplate, you could do anything you want. You could do a tray. My idea is to show you the technique and how I'm blending it, etc. But you could take the same thing and do it on a tray, on a like a upcycled old tray, or you could do a box. You could do like a desk holder, the calendar holder and stuff like that. So I hope the right takeaway is there to people.
So I am basically priming the outside edges with white gesso. Inside it
Hmm.
was black, outside it
Hmm.
is white.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. We are playing with contrast. Am I audible, Anamika?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you
Okay.
clearly now.
Okay. Okay. Hi, Neeta. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some glue. So first of all, I'm kind of thinking on the placement. Now this is very important if you're going to, do stuff on top of it. So my idea is कि मुझे ऐसे I want to like create the mold scene. So I'll just put a placement and just visualize everything. How I prepped my mold, I will talk about it, once I get to the mold part. But here I'm just kind of seeing if everything is aligned. Okay. So I'm going to use decoupage glue. Yeah. So you know that I like to thin my decoupage glue whenever, I'm doing this napkin technique, just something I'm more comfortable with. So I'll put this aside, prep my napkin. So how to prep my napkin is I take the napkin, so I'll flip it over, and then I am going to take some clean water, okay, with a fresh brush, and I will start wetting my napkin. Okay. Now, this is the most beginner friendly and easy technique if you are new to napkins and you are worried about creating wrinkles and stuff. So, if you're new, do give this technique a try. Yeah.
This is ivory lace that I'm putting at the lower part of my tray.
Mm. Yeah. So, you can see there was a big wrinkle there. So, I'm just kind of lifting my napkin. Yeah. So the shade name that Anamika just said are all CrafTangles chalk paint. So if you are wondering what is she talking about, she's talking about CrafTangles chalk paint and the shade name is Ivory Lace. As always, whatever products we are using or talking about are available on our website, which is crafted.com. So you can directly search the product name and find the product. Yeah. So I'm kind of just making sure that I'm centering everything correctly. So we sell Ekta GSM of chipboard, which is 2000 GSM, which I would suggest if you want to do decoupage on top of it. As I said, this is just a sample piece. So I think this is some 1000 GSM. But if you want to do it on a chipboard, use 2000 GSM. That will give you like better thickness to keep like good life, etc. In
So
future,
by the
I
time
may
this,
just reuse this. Yeah, please go ahead.
yeah, by the time this dries, I'm just going to get some fresh water in my cup so that I can wash the
Okay.
brushes.
Okay. Okay. So my napkin is stuck. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is take the same brush again with a little bit of water because if I don't know if you can see, but यहाँ पे हल्के से wrinkles है यहाँ पे ये वाला. So I'm just going to clear that. Okay. So just you can see how easy it is to remove the wrinkles. Okay. Rest there were no wrinkles. So you can see there is not even a single wrinkle on my napkin application. Now we will dry this quickly. Why I'm telling you is, see this reason, it has already started folding, right? So easily I was telling you go with 2000 GSM and above. By the way, I have already primed my chipboard with white gesso. I have added 2 coats of white gesso. That's something I forgot to mention. Thanks, Neeta. So now that मेरा थोड़ा dry हो गया, I'm just going to put another coat of glue just to secure everything. Thank you, Kavita. I just saw your reel of the using the flowers, using the decoupage, the technique that I was just talking about. So I'm so happy that, you were also like you learned it from the lives and you were able to implement and all that. So happy for that. Yeah, now while I remove my paint, I will just let this dry and put some weight on top of it, kind of flatten it out. Start adding colors. So the color that I'm going to use are these three. Okay. So this is buttercream, this is moss green, and this is chocolate syrup. All these three are CrafTangles chalk paint. Now, how did I select these colors is based on the napkin that we are using, right? So if you see, there is already a little bit of brown, green, orange, blue. Okay. And kind of, I just wanted a mid-tone blending color. So that is why I have introduced a yellow. Baki, all the colors are from the napkin itself. Okay.
So now I'm going to put the black gesso on these edges.
Mm-hmm.
Now, small tip for someone who's making or using chalk paints or colors inside boxes.
Right.
So, my suggestion is whenever you are using, acrylic colors, at times we tend to use acrylic colors
Mm-hmm.
wherein two surfaces are coming in contact. So
Mm-hmm.
try avoid because क्या होता है after a few days you'll find कि चिप चिप करके वो वहीं पे ना फंस जाता है. Lot of people they face this problem. So
Huh.
the only option is either go for a chalk paint and then sand it a little, okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that the surfaces are like smooth, or you leave it as such. So leave it as such is not a very good option because वो अजीब सा लगता है, it looks incomplete. So
Right.
always use chalk paints and make sure that you sand it a little.
No. क्योंकि मुझे पता है काफ़ी लोगों को अभी भी वो एक्रिलिक लवर्स ही है डेकोपाज में,
हाँ.
दे ऑलवेज़ फाइट मैं क्यों यूज़ नहीं कर सकती?
Even I used to use a lot of acrylic initially when I started my work, and I
हाँ,
used to mix it with gesso also to
या,
obtain a lighter tone. But
या,
acrylic में ये बहुत ज़्यादा problem है. All these surfaces they tend to चिपकाओ with each other, and then it is very difficult to get rid of them.
करेक्ट, करेक्ट. So I just added for the white, I have used this color, which I had not shown earlier. This is our Snow White, because I thought, मैं थोड़ा blending भी करूँगी, which I forgot to mention. And again, you can see I have not removed a lot of like green and stuff because I don't plan to do a lot. I majorly want to keep it white. Good, Kavita. That sounds good. Personally, myself, I normally tend to use only chalk paint, so kind of मेरे लिए थोड़ा redundant हो गया. But yes, good to know. Okay, other people also, Anamika Kavita was saying she also had a similar issue. So
Mm-hmm.
she also did the same thing that you suggested. So she sanded then and she applied the chalk paint back to her project.
Yeah.
And then, she was able to do it. So now I kind of felt ki mera green and I was very green for this color. So that is why you can see I'm just taking a little bit of brown and I'm kind of adding it into my green. So I get a similar shade and then I'll be using that to for my border. So again, don't be afraid to, mix and match your colors. I hope I'm visible. Just everything a little bit up. Earlier also like to blend on the on the board itself. If that is not something you're comfortable with, you can always, mix colors here and then apply it. I personally like to do the blending on the board itself.
Okay. So to give a distress look, I'm taking a little bit of wax. You
Okay.
can either take wax or a tea light candle and just rub it.
Hmm.
Rub it at the places where you want to give a distress look. Okay.
Yeah. So now for those of you who are wondering what is the distress look, give it a minute. In the next step, you will see what she means by the distress look. Let's start working at the top. Okay. Now for the top, I'm going to use yellow. So you can see I've just taken a little bit of yellow. Like normally, whenever I close my chalk pens, I just put a spritz of water just to make sure, my chalk pens never dry. Normally don't, but still that's a hack that I always like. So I have a water sprayer and I just put one spritz and this is Bisleri water. It is not tap water. Just for the longevity of my chalk pen. So you can see I've mostly taken water only. That is because I don't want a very vibrant color. So you will see now I'll immediately start mixing this with white. Okay. And white is extremely thick, so I don't have to, worry about it being too watery or anything.
Okay. So once this is done, I'm going to put the paper now. This
Mm.
is known as spring flowers number 15, 1 5.
1 5. So this is a decoupage napkin which she is using. It is called Spring Flower 15. So if you search with the name, you'll be able to find the product. Now I'll just go back and take a little bit of teeny tiny of brown just on the edges. And I'll put this everywhere quickly. And then I'll go back. with my yellow and kind of merge it on the panel itself. Yeah. But this you have to be very quick, guys. 'Cause I'm covering bigger area as and when I.
So, Khyati, before we finish off today's live, like after,
Mm,
not before, after
mm,
once we are done with the live, I'm
mm.
going to show you the clock on this live so that people can have a look. It has come out so pretty. I've been wanting to use that paper for such a long time, and I wanted to try out my hand
Acha,
with
this
different
was that
techniques.
classes, kya? The
Yeah, yeah,
classes
yeah,
wala. Okay, good.
yeah.
I I will love to see what you have
Yes,
made.
yes, yes.
I always enjoy watching projects because कुछ नहीं तो मेरे को और ideas मिलते हैं.
Oh, I
I'm sure
actually
for
wanted to
other
use
people
that
also. Yeah.
रोज वाला पेपर ना, बट वो है
Hmm.
ना कि बड़ा है, तो बैकग्राउंड या बेस भी बड़ा चाहिए था.
हाँ,
एंड
right,
घर
right, right.
के लिए बेस बड़ा करके ना, एंड देन आई डोंट नो वेयर टू पुट इट बिकॉज यू नो एवरी टाइम वी आर मूविंग एंड शिफ्टिंग एंड
Yeah,
मूविंग एंड
yeah, yeah.
शिफ्टिंग. So then we managed to use that, and I mean मेरे तरफ से जितने भी projects बने, I think that was my favorite.
Hmm. मेरे साथ भी यही होता है, पता है? मैं डेकोपाज में मुझे ऐसे एलॉबरेट प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाना पसंद है, बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे मुझे लगता है यार मैं रखूंगी कहाँ?
रखूंगी कहाँ. एंड इमेजिन माई कंडीशन यार,
Yeah,
एवरी
yeah.
3 to 4 years we are just moving, तो
True, true. It is difficult. मुझे somehow ये चिपबोर्ड वाला लॉजिक वैसे भी अच्छा लगता है फॉर पीपल हु आर like learning for the first time and don't want to like waste a complete MDF project. So this is how
yeah.
I also actually learned when I started. Okay, I used to do it on a piece of chipboard. Like I used to gesso and do that. वो पैकेजिंग वाले Amazon वाले नहीं चलेंगे क्योंकि वो बहुत ही ज्यादा मरियल होता है. वो जेसो लगाते-लगाते ही वो सूख जाता है. बट चिपबोर्ड इज़ लाइक अ गुड एंड प्लस यू डोंट हैव टू वरी अबाउट अ साइज़ लाइक बड़ा ले आओ फिर कट करो एंड डिपेंडिंग ऑन योर प्रोजेक्ट आप साइज़ेस ट्राई करके यू कैन गेट योर हैंड्स लाइक व्हाटएवर यू वांट टू यूज़.
So I'm going to use CrafTangles Decoupage glue.
हुँ.
Put it, and then take a plastic.
ओके यू गाइस नीड अ लिटिल बिट मोर लाइट. लेट मी सी एक्चुअली उसका रिफ्लेक्शन आ रहा था वो लाइट उस साइड. I hope it is better now, Pradnya, the light. I started more lights at the top. You just ignore this thoda glare that you are getting. Now, blending is again, kind of an iterative process. So you remember this is acrylic. So once the lower layer is dry, you can always come back, add the next layer. Okay. So what I feel was that the green here was a little bit less. So I kind of am coming back with the same green and kind of, blended it around. Now at the top, just for the sake, I'm going to introduce more yellow just to show you how you can work in layers. Yeah. Oops. Oh shit. Guys, give me a second. I just splattered some color. So I'll just wash my hands and come. So, give me a second.
So I'm getting rid of the extra paper. We can also use it here. Some more decoupage glue. So this is sort of looking a bit incomplete. So let me just see if I can use some more papers. Okay, we'll just blend in this part. It's not going with the theme.
I'm back. Sorry, as you can see, splatter waटर सब लग गया है. मेरे को रियलाइज ही नहीं हुआ कि मैंने ढक्कन खुला रखा था. मैं ऐसा मिक्स करने के सब फचाक हो गया.
Oh,
For those of you who are wondering क्या आज मैंने क्या कांड किए.
oh. Okay. So depending on the base, I'm going to use another light shaded chalk paint inside. So,
Okay.
so I'm going to use this cheeky coral along with some white chalk paint and थोड़ा mellow down करके color को I'm going to paint it inside. This is Snow white chalk paint. To mix the two, obtain a lighter shade and color the inner part.
So now I'm coming back with a little bit of white and I'm kind of blending it near the base with the yellow, making sure I don't put it on my bird or flowers, etc. Just kind of blending the yellow on the decoupage napkin near the bird. You feel you have a lot of water at this point of time, just keep your brush dry. I always carry, this napkin on the side. Make sure there is no extra water at this point. I will start blending. kind of making the transition of color smoother with white. Okay, that's the idea that I'm doing here. Adding lighter shade and transitioning the color. Because my idea is I want to make like a lighter spring color kind of a sea, not very dark.
I'll be applying another coat of white and chalk paint.
Okay.
And this time it is a little darker to obtain a shaded sort of a feel.
I'm quite happy with how the things are. So I'll just try it for a minute. Hello, Nishant. Hi. So now if you see on the insides, I'm quite happy with how the colors have blended. I'm not sure if you can see, but there is yellows and greens over here, which is then blended with the whites. So it doesn't feel like, that I have just painted on the side. It feels like the design is a part of my blending. So it will, it's a kind of a hack to show that I have painted these characters. So now I'm quite happy with the center and how things have transitioned here. The only issue is I want a little bit brown on the corners. Okay. So now what I'll be doing is I'll take water and sprayer. I'll spray it in the little bit of brown that I have. And you can see I'm kind of watering it down a lot. Okay. And I'll be using it like a watercolor on the edges. So what this will do is just edge like darken up the edges. Okay. And since we already have a coat of color downs, like below it, it will kind of just emphasize the color, whatever is below it. And I've kind of made my chalk paint transparent and they are behaving like watercolor here. Okay. That's the idea. Not able to see clearly. I'll take it in hand. I'm not able to see. Okay. Oh, blurry. Okay. So here you can see already the colors showing through. So you can see the yellow and the green is showing through the brown. So that's the idea. It will give the vintage effect, but still you will get the blended look. Okay. So push a little bit of colors on the corners, very diluted version, and then take a little bit of water and start blending. This is a hack I use. Now I don't know if it is right or wrong, but it is something that works really well for me.
So next we are going to work on this part. We are going to blend in the entire thing. I'll just take 2 minutes, Khyati. I'm going to
Sure,
wash
sure,
my
sure.
brushes and come.
Yeah. By the way, Anamika has done really beautiful blending, as always, making my blending look child's play. In the bottom, the green, yeah. Thank you, Kavita. Thank you, Poonam. So just to show you guys the difference, now you can see how there is a transition of the brown, right? Hi, Sneha. How are you? How's life? How's vacation? So I'll do the same thing on this side. I will add my diluted version of brown. Okay. And then I'll just zoom in so people who have not been able to see will be able to see. And then I'll take a completely dry brush. So I'm removing all the, I washed my brush and I've removed all the water. And I'm kind of just blending the color in the center. Okay. So that will give me a good transition of color.
So here
I did not wanted to do so much elaborate blending, but here we are. Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
we'll be using shades of green. So I have blue, uh, peaches, and uh, that's it. So I am using a little bit of lemon drop. I might be using some botanical teal. We'll also be using
Okay.
some cheeky coral, white of course, and some maybe blues and my sap green acrylic.
Okay. Cool. So for those of you who are wondering, she has given us the list of chalk paint colors that she is using. I don't know, yaar. I'm using the same amount of light. I don't know why our logo come dikh raha hai. I'm not happy with the bottom, so I'm kind of emphasizing the brown more, and then I'll go back and add a little bit of moss green. I think Anamika, you're getting a call.
Yeah, connect, disconnect. Oh,
Uh,
all
वो
the calls.
सबको लाइव वाले दिन ही कॉल आता
Nah,
है.
exactly.
यस.
Oof.
मेरे साथ भी यही होता है. मैं इसीलिए एयरप्लेन मोड में ही डाल के बैठती हूँ.
अच्छा airplane, but then airplane mode में how do you connect your like does it work that way? I have no idea. वाईफाई में एयरप्लेन मोड
Yeah, you
वाईफाई
can
चलता है
try
क्या?
and हाँ, वाईफाई तो चलेगा. आई डोंट थिंक यू शुड हैव एन इश्यू.
अच्छा
और अगर आपको मिस नहीं करना है तो मैं सेटिंग्स में जाके म्यूट ऑल भी कर सकते हो. मैं वो भी कर देती हूँ. तो मेरे को कोई भी कॉल नोटिफिकेशन सारे म्यूट हो जाते हैं
ओके ओके ओके
वैसे.
ठीक है वो ट्राई
तो
करूंगी.
क्या लोगों का बीच-बीच में फिर वो खत्म हो जाए लाइव तो यू कैन स्टार्ट द
अच्छा
म्यूट ऑल मतलब यू कैन क्लोज द सेव
ओके
इन द
ओके
सेटिंग अगेन.
ठीक है वो एक बार ट्राई करके देखना
हाँ,
पड़ेगा.
आप डीएनडी भी कर सकते हो. तो वो
हाँ
डीएनडी
हाँ हाँ
करोगे तो भी
तो भी
आपको
चलेगा
बंद हो
क्या?
जाएगा.
अच्छा हाँ ठीक है.
हाँ, जस्ट यहाँ पे थोड़ा एज इज अ लिटिल बिट हार्श. नाउ आई होप द लाइट इज इनफ गाइस. मैंने सारी लाइटें ऑन कर दी है जितना ऑल दैट आई कुड थिंक ऑफ. आई एम होपिंग इट्स बेटर नाउ. And actually, this is also dirty, so it may be hampering your view. I'll clean it now. Rinse the blendings.
सो मैंने एक बहुत हल्का सटल कलर किया है. आई डोंट नो वेदर इट इज विजिबल इन द कैमरा. आई हैव नो आइडिया बट बहुत हल्का एक पीचिश येलोइश हिंट देके मैंने इसको ब्लेंडिंग किया है.
हाँ, near the butterflies.
एवरीथिंग पूरा here.
Okay. हाँ, दिख रहा है अभी. नाउ दैट यू
Yeah,
zoomed in दिख रहा है.
yeah. So,
By the way, Sneha says
hi
hi.
Sneha.
स्नेहा बोल रही है वाईफाई चलता है
Okay,
इन द एयरप्लेन
okay.
मोड. और लोग वो बोल रही है डीएनडी में लोग फिर व्हाट्सएप कॉल करते हैं. मेरे को कोई व्हाट्सएप कॉल नहीं करता, सो आई एम गुड.
चलो वो वाईफाई वाला फंडा करके देखती हूँ नेक्स्ट टाइम ना. आई डिडंट नो दिस.
हाँ
आई थॉट एयरप्लेन मोड में
हाँ
वो भी नहीं काम करेगा.
हाँ. तो यू कैन ट्राई मतलब वो क्योंकि मुझे पता है वो नेचर है वो कि वो जिस दिन लाइव करने बैठो ना उसी दिन सब लोग का आता है. I'll just clean my mat so you guys will have better visibility. So give me a moment, guys.
It is so warm and sultry now here. Oof, बापरे. Oh,
यहाँ पे तो ह्यूमिड भी है.
यहाँ पे भी तो है ना. That is the problem in Calcutta. It is so humid.
हम बॉम्बे वालों को आदत है. We sweat buckets. It's
Oh
okay.
yes.
हमको आदत पड़ गया है बचपन से. Yeah. So now I'm hoping we'll be able to. Yeah. So I will just show you all the blending details so that you can see because today I have done quite a lighter shade blending. So bottom में I have kept a darker shade. Okay.
So this
So
part
now
of
I'll
the
do,
paper
yeah.
has a different
Hmm.
color tone. Okay. So it is
Okay.
more like blues and purples, and then you have pinks and
Mm.
peach. So I'm using a radiant orchid, which is more like a towards the plum or purple side,
Yeah.
and I'm also using bohemian blue.
Right. So basically you're transitioning
Yeah,
now from blue to pink. तो आप बीच में transition
correct.
colors use करें. So now Mumbai is much more better. Agra is 45 degrees. Oh my God. Agra 45 degrees. एक्चुअली वही लगता है कभी कभी कि फिर है ना ऐसी गर्मी से बेटर है वो चिपचिपी गर्मी भी चल जाती है. तो पर्सपेक्टिव का बात है. अभी मैं क्या करूं मैं थोड़ी स्टैंपिंग करने का सोच. Today I actually want to do a little bit of crackle effect also. For that I'm going to use my crackle stamp. Yeah. And then for the like the major stamping I'm going to use the musical notes. थैंक यू कविता मुझे मेरी ब्लेंडिंग ऑनेस्टली बोलो तो जब मैं अनामिका के साथ बैठती हूँ मेरी ब्लेंडिंग मुझे पसंद नहीं आती बट ओके नॉट बैड लाइक फॉर मी आई फील इट्स नॉट बैड ऑलवेज इम्प्रूविंग विद द प्रोजेक्ट.
ऐसा कुछ नहीं ख्याति बहुत अच्छा आता है.
So I'm going to do some second generation stamping. So मैं scrap paper पे इधर first layer निकाल दूंगी and then I'm going to do second generation because I don't want to do very black stamping. Yeah. So I'm going to use Versafine Onyx. So if you don't have a gray color and if you want a light color, you could always do that. So how do you do it is let's say I have this scrap like I don't know where it's written. So yeah, so I have this scrap piece. So I'm going to just do some stamping. I'm going to offload my ink first time on a scrap piece and then I'm going to do it on my project. Yeah. So you can see it has given me a light stamping. I did not put enough pressure,
Okay.
but this is the idea.
So I
Hmm.
hope everyone can see the transition now. Yeah.
Yes. Blue to purple. And then I do just here the same ink. Yeah. Yeah. Then thoda sa.
And now I'm going to just simply color or blend this part because I don't want to keep it white. Sorry, black.
Hmm. Same Kavita. Mumbai is my first love as well. आपका ऐसा कोई फेवरेट सिटी है अनामिका? आई नो यू लाइक पूना बट
I like Pune as well as Delhi.
you like Delhi.
Delhi means, if you're uh, like you want to work, and that is the best place. You get everything, and lot of, since it is the capital city, like also Mumbai, I would say
Mhm.
that way. It gives you a lot of opportunities. I have never had the opportunity of staying in Mumbai, so but
हाँ, I was going to ask you the
no,
same thing.
no.
मुंबई में रहे
Nay,
हो कि
nay,
नहीं?
nay. I have been to Mumbai,
हाँ,
I think twice. Once just after my marriage, and once when my son was very small that time. I think he was just 1 year or one and a
अच्छा,
half years old.
हाँ, नाइस. आप कहाँ रहते लाइक मुंबई में व्हाट एरिया इफ यू
कोलाबा.
रिमेम्बर बाय एनी चांस? हाँ, तो कोलाबा में वही ना आरबी
हाँ,
टेस्ट
वही
के
वही
वहाँ पे.
इसीलिए तो.
यू हैव सीन द बेस्ट ऑफ मुंबई अभी और क्या.
But still, I remember, yeah, my husband took me to Crawford Market, I think, and Fashion Street.
हाँ,
Whole
क्रॉफर्ड.
day we were on the
या,
road only. I said, "हाँ, क्या जाके
या,
खरीदेंगे?" So once we took the
या,
local also, I remember. And I
हाँ,
mean, the people out there are very nice. So क्या हुआ? My husband just
या,
ran and took the train because it was just leaving, and
राइट.
I was like, I just somehow managed. So I fell inside the train only. So the people
ओह!
out there, na, they
ओके.
started, you know, telling my husband, जल्दबाजी क्यों है? और इतना सारा तो ट्रेन है. 2 मिनट बाद एक और मिल जाता. क्यों बेचारी को
नहीं,
बोला जल्दी जल्दी आओ. So they were
या,
very helpful, kind of,
दैट इज़ देयर. वो है ना, वो
Even the
आपको कहीं नहीं
taxi
मिलेगा
drivers
लाइक.
and all, very, very helpful. Yeah,
यस,
very decent people.
या, यस. दैट इज़ द ब्यूटी आई फील. So you can see I have added some splatters just for some fun, and I kind of went ahead. So I was kind of thinking to do blue first, but then I decided to go with brown only just to make it more
Okay. So
vintage.
now I'm just going to plane with the distress look. So basically you have to take some sandpaper, and
Hmm,
sandpaper वो भी पुराना है मेरा. You don't have to
हाँ,
take a high graded sandpaper, and then
right.
just with the help of some pressure, just get rid of the chalk paints. तो क्या हो रहा है? Basically you are getting rid of the chalk paints, if you can see here,
Hmm,
and it is giving you the distress look. ऊपर
right.
से chalk paints निकल रहा है, नीचे से black दिख रहा है, and it is giving you the distress look.
और ये निकल रहा है क्योंकि
Wax
हमने
लगाया था,
वैक्स लगाया
correct.
था. So that is why you use wax for distressed look. For those of you who are wondering. So now the thing was that I actually wanted to frame this entire thing. Okay, but the problem was that मेरे पास इतना कोई बड़ा frame है नहीं. So what I decided was I used, like, I was thinking, I went through my molds ka stuff, and I decided to kind of create my own frame using all these different pieces. Okay. So this is some kind of border molds. Again, these are all Chinese molds, guys. So there is no specific name or code for them. We sell all these. I think this may be in stock. This is like some kind of leaf mold through which I have created the borders. This is also from, I think, the same one through which I have created the floral border. And then these are the archwala molds. And then this top is also one of the border mold. So the idea is you may not have something that big, but आप छोटा छोटा pieces करके भी you can kind of create the whole scene. Okay. And then what I did was, this is resin. So if you see at the back, it is transparent. So I kind of painted everything with gesso first, and then I added 2 coats of moss green color. Then I added a little bit of bohemian blue and chocolate syrup. All these are chalk paint colors. I will show you the bottle. सो दैट इज वाई यू विल सी दैट मैंने और कहीं पे भी ब्लू इंट्रोड्यूस नहीं किया है क्योंकि मैंने ऑलरेडी मोल्ड में इंट्रोड्यूस किया था. सो दैट इज काइंड ऑफ गोइंग टू रिपीट माय हाउस का ब्लू. ओके. सो दीज टू आर द कलर्स दैट आई यूज्ड फॉर द molds, and then this is for a hint of vintaginess. So these 3 colors. Okay. Now we'll
So
stick
this
this
is
to
the sort
create
of
the scene.
distress look that I have created. If you can see. Okay.
Cool. हाँ, very pretty. ये wax वाला effect, I always love it.
Now I'm just simply going to do some stamping and then seal my project.
Okay. So for sticking everything, the mold to the base, I use this gel. This is what I used in my mixed media also. Anything I want to stick, I use this gel because once it dries, it becomes like patthar. Can't highly recommend it enough if you are into sticking molds and all those things.
So this is old letters. Again, one of my I think one my most favorite stamp.
You use it almost
Uh,
everywhere.
छोटे project में I think this works wonders.
Yeah. Now, if you wanted to do stenciling, you could have also done it. I really feel कि मेरा पैनल बहुत इतना बड़ा नहीं है, and already हम लोग molds के कारण काफी कुछ कर रहे हैं. We are covering a lot of it. So I did not want to add, stenciling and all those things. But if that is something that you like, you could, definitely do it. Yeah. So you can see how little I'm putting for those of you who are wondering, because I don't want कि वो बाहर आ जाए, क्योंकि ये dry glossy होता है. So I don't want it to overhang extra on the outside. Okay. And you also have like a wiggle room of couple of minutes before this dries. So अगर आपको कुछ हिलाना हो तो you have that time. Yeah, so this is how I put it with a palette knife.
So, Khyati, what is the name of this other
Old newspaper.
newspaper? Yeah,
Newspaper. Old
yeah.
newspaper.
So I'm going to use that because I'm unable to get the package.
So Kavita says the distress look is looking really pretty,
Thank
Anamika.
you.
यू कैन सी मैं अभी थोड़ा फाइनल थोड़ा हिला डुला के आई एम जस्ट
So I
मेकिंग
hope
श्योर
you
इट
all
लुक्स
can see
सिमेट्रिक.
this.
Yes, it is come out stunning as always.
Thanks.
द ब्लेंडिंग वाला बहुत सही हो गया. देखो आपका ना पेस्टल ब्लेंडिंग बहुत सही लगता है. वो दिन भी मैं वो प्रोजेक्ट देख रही थी, द टिश्यू बॉक्स दैट यू डिड इन वन ऑफ द प्रीवियस
हाँ
लाइव, वेयर यू हैड यूज्ड द पीच कलर वेरी
हाँ
ब्यूटीफुली विद द
हाँ
बर्ड्स. So I was thinking, yeah, I love how she has used the peach
हाँ.
color.
So one more coat of decoupage glue, and then once that is dry, I'm going to put a coat of varnish.
Now I'm kind of happy.
Let it.
कोयल है आपके वहां पे.
हाँ हाँ, बहुत कुछ है पता नहीं. You know, it is one of the those areas where you have loads of greenery. So all these sorts, especially
Yeah.
during the winter when migratory birds come, you get to see beautiful birds here,
Mm,
right in front of your veranda. बट दुख की बात यह है कि छोड़ना
very
पड़ता है ये घर.
yes, yes, I know. You told me.
So let this dry,
Yeah.
Khyati. In the meantime, I'm going to jaldi se show you the clock.
Yes, yes, I am also done, so I'll also see your
Yeah, just
clock.
a minute.
मेरा एक दो एंड का ही बचा है मेरा भी. ठीक है.
So this is the clock.
Just a second.
Yeah,
I was just my Instagram actually hanged, so I'm just checking if there is an
no
issue.
problem.
Just give me a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
second. Huh? It's working. It's working. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So
The
yeah,
flower, the vintage
yeah,
roses. आपने किया यूज
yeah,
उसको
yeah,
फिर
yeah.
भी बढ़िया लग रहा है. वेरी प्रिटी. और राइट में डमास का स्टेंसिलिंग.
Yes.
हाँ
Newspaper भी use किया.
हाँ स्टैम्पिंग भी. वेरी ब्यूटिफुल. हाँ.
So,
लव इट. लव द कलर सिलेक्शन. वहां पे आपने पीच किया है थोड़ा. आपका
and
स्टेंसिलिंग में
stencil,
भी
yeah,
ब्लेंडिंग है.
stenciling में भी shading है मेरा.
यस. वेरी ब्यूटिफुल. वेरी ब्यूटिफुल.
So this is what we made in the class, along with lots of other stuff.
हाँ
But this is one of my
हाँ.
favorites.
यस. वेरी अमेजिंग अमेजिंग. वेरी
And
प्रिटी.
this is one of my husband's. He keeps his headset, whatever you call headset. So,
Ah, this is the. I really wish someone used this. So I need pictures for
sure,
this, Anamika,
sure.
please,
He's been
because I
after my
want
life.
people
ये
to
सारे ना
say
peel off हो रहे
napkin.
थे. This box. This is that
हाँ
Bose का headset which he had. So he
हाँ
wanted
हाँ
me
हाँ.
to.
I also have a
Uh,
similar one.
so
Yeah.
he wanted me to do it up. I said just give it some time. I said
Yes.
then I made this for him. So this is what.
Beautiful. So this is one of my favorite napkin. But मेरे को I wanted to see लोग क्या बनाते हैं, and I'm so happy that you did it. Looks beautiful.
Thanks, thanks, thanks.
मेरे को इसकी पिक्चर
पक्का,
चाहिए, इसकी रील भी
पक्का, पक्का,
चाहिए.
पक्का, पक्का. No doubt.
See, see what kind of tyrant I am. मैं सबसे मांगती
अरे
रहती
ऐसा
हूँ.
कुछ नहीं है. I would love to send it. That is why I showed it. I said,
Pradnya is saying, please take a class for this.
which one?
I think
हाँ
clock.
हाँ
She
प्रज्ञा,
meant the clock.
definitely. In fact, I'll be launching it soon, but some I mean somewhere in July maybe.
Yeah. Right now she's busy with
Yeah.
shipping.
फिर से आ गया
So,
बुलावा.
हाँ. Yes. So मेरे को एक बात बताइए. Should I do white like highlighting on top of this? Dry brushing?
हाँ कर सकते हैं ना. Nice it will look.
It will look
Yeah,
nice. No, it
yeah.
will bring out
And
all the
side में अगर
details.
yellowish hint है तो उसमें भी like dry brushing में भी थोड़ा सा you can make it. हाँ,
इधर
that. Yeah,
ऐसा
yeah,
ऐसा.
yeah.
ठीक है. मैं ऐसा थोड़ा मुझे लग रहा था कि विंटेज से ऐसा अचानक व्हाइट कर दूं तो
नहीं
ऐसा
नहीं, it
वियर्ड
will
ना
look
लगे.
nice.
ऑफ कोर्स इट विल बी. अच्छा. चलो. आज हम करते हैं ड्राई ब्रश. Thank you, Sneha. Sneha says she loves this. Stenciling ने तो कमाल कर दिया. Kavita says looks stunning. Neeta also says it looks
Thank
stunning. So
you,
बहुत
thank you,
admirer है आपके clock के.
thank you so much.
So now I'm going to do dry brushing. So I start off with a dry brush. Maximum मैंने white offload कर दिया है. I'm using white chalk paint. Okay. And then I'm just going to, with a light hand, as always, in case guys you have any questions, let us know. हम लोग बीच बीच में चैट भी देख ही रहे हैं. I'll be able to answer question. Yeah, the brown one is such a cool use of the napkin, Pragnya. I agree. मैं भी मुझे डायरी पे करना था फादर्स डे के लिए कुछ. मैं भी वही आई एम इन वेट ऑफ अ परफेक्ट लाइक project on which I can do that.
So I think I'm done with my tray.
Beautiful. Shows the outside. हाँ, zoom in करके
Ah,
थोड़ा थोड़ा.
I'll just
हाँ,
take my.
yes, yes, please. मैं बाद में देखूंगी क्योंकि मेरा बचा है, बट आप दिखाइए.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
मैं रात को जाके देखूंगी. Guys, in case you want close up of some other area, please ask. हाँ, आपकी चारों साइड हो गई.
Yeah.
मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है मेरा इतना सा बना और आपका
नहीं
उतने में
नहीं
उतना
नहीं,
बन
come
गया.
on यार, please.
आई डोंट नो, I'd like to take time with Decoupage somehow. मेरे को थोड़ा मिक्स मीडिया आप बोलोगे ना तो मैं फटाफट फटाफट कर दूंगी. ऐसा नींद में भी कर सकती हूँ मैं.
हाँ.
इसको मुझे थोड़ा टाइम लगता है अभी भी. और मुझे ऐसा लगता है कभी-कभी मैं ऐसे ज़्यादा स्टिकलर फॉर रूल बन जाती हूँ. ऐसे एकदम ऐसा ही जाना चाहिए.
Khyati, I'll again take 2 minutes. I'll just wash my hands. It's chip
श्योर.
chip कर रहा है.
यस, यस, प्लीज़. So I'm happy with how the distressing has turned out. So if you see, I'll also zoom in. I need to still add a coat, but now you can see all the detailing. So this is why I was actually wanting to do dry brushing. It looks actually quite nice. So this is how the project looks. And then sentiment. I want to add sentiment. If you are not a sentiment person, you can skip this. Uh,
Yeah, I'm back.
यस. सो मैं बोल रही थी कि मतलब मैं सेंटिमेंट ऐड करूंगी क्योंकि मुझे
Yeah,
पसंद
yeah,
है
I know,
डालना.
I know.
बाय द वे, हाँ, बाय द वे यू हैव वेरी ब्यूटीफुल. सो स्नेहा वाज आल्सो टेलिंग मी कि ड्राई ब्रशिंग करो कोहेसिव लग जाएगा. प्रज्ञा से सच अ एप्ट यूज ऑफ द नैपकिन जो आपने अपने हस्बैंड के लिए
Oh,
बनाया था
thank you,
वो.
Pragna.
And then she says, Sneha ne bola gorgeous tray. Kavita says, beautiful
Thank
ma'am.
you, thank you.
Neeta says, the tray is looking very
Thank
beautiful. Yes, Anamika has to shift here. She is Fauji wife. So I'm going to use this sentiment which says, look out, there are so many reasons to be happy today. I'm just going to see अगर वो मेरे frame के अंदर आ जाएगा. So that is what I'm going to use. So because I am a sentiment person, मुझे अपने डेकोपाच प्रोजेक्ट पे भी सेंटिमेंट डालना पसंद है. अगर if you are planning to do like a home decor, and if you are worried of using the quotes on a decoupage project, don't worry. Just make sure कि आप इसको अच्छे से वार्निश करें. एंड वार्निश करने के पहले ऑलवेज मेक श्योर कि आपका स्टिकर जो है वो अच्छे से बर्निश हो. अगर वो बर्निश नहीं होगा ना तो उसके बीच में बबल चला जाएगा when you are adding varnish on top of it. I have videos on my channel and CrafTangles channel, I don't remember. but मैंने इसके ऊपर वार्निशिंग भी किया है, इसके ऊपर ग्लेस भी किया है, और इसके ऊपर रेजिन भी किया है. आप ये स्टिकर्स पे सब कुछ कर सकते हो. जस्ट मेक श्योर आप उसको ऐसे पूरा दबा दे so that there are no bubbles in between when you're pouring on top of it. Okay? So this is what I made.
Lovely, Kathy.
So I
I love
really
it.
love this
Yeah,
quote.
I know. I love the
Thank you.
entire project. Very pretty. वो framing वाला thing is
अभी मैं
looking beautiful.
थैंक यू. मैं एक्चुअली मुझे फ्रेम करना था बट मेरे पास
हाँ
प्रीमा
हाँ
के बड़े-बड़े इतने फ्रेम्स
हाँ.
आते हैं बट आई डिड नॉट हैव दैट ये. तो मुझे लग रहा
ये
है यहाँ
अच्छा
पे
है.
थोड़ा
हाँ,
ब्लैंक
you
है.
can always utilize these small knickknacks ना. अच्छा है. इनफैक्ट
हाँ, छोटे-छोटे
बॉटल
ऐसा
में
आप
भी हो
अपना
जाता है.
बना
इतना
सकते हो.
प्यारा लगता है यार बॉटल्स के साथ.
हाँ, हाँ. मैंने एक्चुअली लास्ट लाइफ में ही बॉटल किया था. मैं एक्चुअली बॉटल ही
हाँ.
सोच रही थी. मैंने बोला यार कितनी बॉटल करूँ फिर. सो मैंने इधर भी डाला. सो दिस सेज स्पीक ब्यूटीफुल थिंग्स एंड देन वी हैव लुक आउट, देयर आर सो मेनी रीजंस टू बी हैप्पी टुडे. आई थिंक ये अच्छा काइंड ऑफ थोड़ा इधर एम्प्टी लग रहा था. सो ये अच्छा लगेगा. So yeah, this was what I made, and you of course saw what Anamika made today. So I hope guys आपको आज का प्रोजेक्ट अच्छा लगा. मैं अपना स्क्रीन फ्लिप नहीं करूंगी कि मेरा पूरा टी शर्ट गंदा हो गया था कलर से, तो फुल मैंने साफ किया है. रेजिन में भी किया है आपने चिट चैट सेंटिमेंट पर. यस एकता, मैंने ये रेजिन में भी किए हैं. लेट मी सी इफ आई हैव अ सैंपल दैट गर्ल वन. So if you see, ये मैंने रेजिन में ही किया है. So this is with resin. I have done this on glaze also and I have done this with varnish also. रेजिन में अगर आप colored sticker यूज कर रहे हो rather than black, ओके तो उसको एक बार वार्निश करके फिर रेजिन कीजिए, ताकि उसका क्या कलर जो है ना वो रेजिन कभी कभी उसका कलर चेंज कर देता है. उसका कोई गारंटी नहीं है, कभी करता है कभी नहीं करता है. स्प्रेड नहीं होता है बट कलर चेंज कर देता है. सो ऑलवेज द बेस्ट वेज आप उसको एक कोट ऑफ वार्निश मारिए और उसके बाद यू एड रेजिन. So it will work out beautifully. This was the New Year gift that we made for our customers, and in all of them, I have used stickers. So this is sticker, this is sticker, this is sticker, this is sticker. So ladki and all sentiments are stickers. So आप use कर सकते हो. Thank you, Priya. So अच्छा, okay. अच्छा एक तो एकता टैग करो यार आपने क्या बनाया. So एकता is saying she has also used our sentiment stickers with raisin and it worked out for me. Okay, cool. हमसे share करना. We would love to see. Tag us. And yes, guys, that was the video for today. I hope you enjoyed both mine and Anamika's project that we made. We'll start posting reels soon, once we take pictures and all. But this is what we made. Next Tuesday, we'll be going live. So, of course, we'll do some decoupage thing, Anamika ke saath. So, Anamika, next Tuesday, we'll be
Yes.
coming back again.
Yes.
And yes, Anamika is
Yeah.
shifting, so wish her all the best. She will need it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
badly
क्योंकि
needed.
आपका होता भी 2 या 3 बीएचके है ना, if I'm not mistaken. Like you have a big house.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. No, now to mostly I'll be shifting to a rented apartment because I'll have to stay put for the next 2 years.
नहीं बट वो दो
हाँ,
2-3
तो
बेडरूम
हमारा
का
यार.
सामान बहुत होता है ना जो आप शिफ्ट करते हैं, इसके लिए बोल रही थी मैं.
अच्छा, हाँ हाँ.
इसके
मेरा तो यार मतलब सामान का कोई अंत ही नहीं है
या
मुझे लगता है. मतलब जहां पे भी जाती हूँ उठा लेती हूँ तब तो बड़ा अच्छा लगता है, एंड देन आफ्टर दैट व्हेन इट्स टाइम फॉर
Yeah,
पैकिंग, मतलब
yeah.
इट्स लाइक
So that's why I've
मैडनिंग, यू नो.
stopped myself going to, Banjara and all these kind of places because वही होता है, I bring like थैला भर भर के है। इस बार भी मैं लाई हूँ, पार्वती नहीं है लाइव में, वरना अभी मुझे डांटती थी। शी नोज मैं कितना सामान लाई थी इस बार।
नहीं, तुम्हारा तो जस्ट इमेजिन यू आर गोइंग टू बंजारा एंड बैक, मेरा होल इंडिया में यही चलता है, होल इंडिया हैज बिकम बंजारा, वेर एवर आई गो आई पिक अप स्टफ्स, अच्छा ये तो बड़ा
या
अच्छा है यहाँ का, ये भी
वो
ले लो, वो भी
कल्चरल
ले
भी
लो, ऐसे.
लगता है ना कि आप वो मेमोरीज वो सिटी की क्रिएट करते
हाँ.
हो जहाँ रह रहे हो वहाँ। सो या
या
आई कैन
या
अंडरस्टैंड.
या
So Kavita says all the best for shifting, and she has, by the way, people, she has also
थैंक्स.
tried chit chat with raisin. So our stickers work with raisin, but just to be 100% sure, आप उसके ऊपर एक कोट ऑफ वार्निश कीजिए, फिर रेजिन कीजिए, ताकि आपको बिल्कुल कलर चेंजिंग नहीं होएगा, वरना रेजिन क्या करता है कभी कभी थोड़े कलर चेंज कर देता है चीजों के. So thank you Sneha, bye bye, take care, and thank you everyone for joining in. We will
बाय
हाँ, आज हमने
एवरीवन.
1 आवर 20 मिनट्स लगा दिए, तो आज हमने काफ़ी
अच्छा.
लंबा किया, सो आई होप पीपल एन्जॉयड एंड या we'll see you next week guys. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you,
बाय.
Anamika. Bye-bye.
बाय. थैंक्स ख्याति. बाय बाय.